Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about all of the books that I need to haul, or unhaul, sorry. This is Jordaline's first ever unhaul. And when I tell you that I have so many books that I've culled, that I've gotten rid of, that I've decided in my mind to just be like, no thank you. This isn't even all of them, okay? I still have like a shit ton more, and that's gonna be a whole other video because it's too many. It's too fucking many. I decided to get rid of some of these books months ago. Do you think I got rid of them? No, they just sat in my room because I didn't take them to the fucking Goodwill or the Value Village or the used bookstore. I didn't do it. I've just had these things milling about, and I'm hoping that with this video that I'm gonna be able to get rid of them because I don't want them. Before we get started, really, let's just thank the gods for the great work that they've done, you know, in making me. Like Lucifer, Jesus, Zeus, Mary, Joseph. Look at her. She's a supermodel from the 90s. She's serving you Pam. She's serving you Naomi. Like, I'm literally fucking stunning. Like, look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. Look at them. Look at my eyes. Okay, look at them. They're just stunning. I'm so beautiful. I'm so gorgeous. Also, this hair, stunning. Literally stunning. I'm a Victoria's Secret model. I heard this thing the other day on TikTok of this girl just talking about how if she ever feels unworthy, if she ever feels like she's stagnant, if she ever feels like she's not doing good enough, she simply reminds herself to think of the 14-year-old girl, the 14-year-old person that she once was, and to imagine how that person would feel about the person that she is right now. And that shit stuck with me because I was trying to think. I was like, oh my god, what would 14-year-old me think? First of all, she would be like, wow, your makeup skills really improved. Wow, your hair is stunning. Wow, you have some success. Wow, you actually went to university. Wow, you're like actually setting boundaries with people. I want you to think about what 14-year-old you, what 12-year-old you, what fucking 5-year-old you would think of you right fucking now. I want you to imagine what they would think, what they would say, because I guarantee you, bitch, they would be flabbergasted and they would be over fucking joyed with where you are in your life right now. Because 12-year-old you, 14-year-old you recognizes that you are striving and fucking thriving, bitch. 14-year-old you would be like, holy fuck, who is this person? Imagine them seeing you and just the joy, because as children we all are just bubbles, and I feel like mushy skin suits of anxiety and insecurity. I fucking was. No fucking doubt. Imagine just the confidence and the love that you would get from your younger self. It just brings me so much joy. You may not think that you're anything, but to someone else, you could be fucking everything. And I'm telling you right now, bitch, you are literally fucking everything. You are killing it. You are stunning. You are inspiration. And I think, and I know that younger you would be absolutely overjoyed and so proud of who you've become and what you're gonna do, because you're making a difference. You make a difference to me, and you make a difference to the younger you. You make such a big fucking difference. Anyway, okay, that's all I want to say. Bye. There is somebody, an author specifically, that I am completely just getting rid of all of their shit because I just want nothing to do with them. I'm going to be getting rid of and unhauling all of the books that I have from Keelan Patrick Burke. I have, I think, all of his work. I'm getting rid of all of them, including this like limited edition, like signed leaflet thing that was way too fucking expensive for what it was. But yeah, I'm getting rid of all of his books. I don't want them. Getting rid of them. Don't want them. This will be the last time he's ever mentioned on this channel, and I'm so happy to say that. Okay, let's get on to the fun stuff then. I've never done an unhaul before, so I don't know how these work. So I'm just gonna go through things and just talk about them sporadically. I will be getting rid of the End of Your Life book club. I got this from a thrift store. I never read it and I don't think I ever will, so that's going. I also have the first 2 Witcher books. I read this one and I liked it, but I never picked it up again, and I don't think I'm ever gonna finish the series, so that's also going. I have a bunch of middle grade novels. We have Pax, Crenshaw, and The Wish Tree. They seem really, really cute, but I don't see myself ever reading them, so. I genuinely do not know what I was thinking when I bought these books, because I will never fucking read them. I will never fucking read them, and I don't know why I thought that I ever would. That is Homo Deus and Homo Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. I'm simply not smart enough for this. Like, it's never gonna work. Like, why did I buy them? I think I knew that when I bought them, but I still didn't care. I need to do better, to be honest. I just need to do better. And like, that's the thing. A lot of these books are very much like, oh, I bought it on an impulse, even though I knew it wasn't gonna work. And I need to do better. I also have 3 Goosebumps books that I'm never gonna read. We have The Hall of Horrors, that one, and that one. Why? Like, why? I'm never gonna read these. This one was sent to me by Bloodbound Books, and I'm really appreciative of them sending it to me, but I don't see myself ever reading it. And that is The City by S.C. Mendez. Honestly, have no idea what it's about. I've looked at it many, many times, and I've never felt the urge to read it. So I'm gonna pass up on that one. I also bought this book, and I genuinely don't know why I bought it, because I've never even seen the movie, and that is Congo by Michael Crichton. Why? Why did I buy this? I like Michael Crichton as much as the next bitch, but I don't see myself ever reading this. I don't know why I bought it. Same thing with Catcher in the Rye. I'm never gonna read it. I know that about myself. Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This book is inherently problematic, and I don't think I really want it. I also don't see myself ever like rereading it. It is signed though, which is kind of fun, but yeah, never gonna read that. I also have The Surface Breaks by Louise O'Neill. I kept this book for years, like literally years, because I was like, I'm gonna read it one day. I love Louise O'Neill. I love her feminist fiction, and this is a feminist look at The Little Mermaid. I've only heard bad things about it. Like, people only say negative stuff. The cover is absolutely stunning. Like, look at that. But I can't keep a book because it's pretty, you know? Anyway. A few thrillers I have not read, but I still don't want is Lisa Jewell's The Invisible Girl. I don't know what this is about. I've never really liked any of Lisa Jewell's books. Like, anytime I've read them, they've been just meh. So I'm gonna get rid of this because I don't see myself ever reading it. Same thing with The Tenant. I don't even know what this is about either, and I don't see myself reading it. When I look at all of my thrillers, I don't see like this, you know, in the cards. It's not in the cards. So I also have The Lion Game by Ruth Ware. Never read this, don't know what it's about. And like, I like Ruth Ware, I like some of her books, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think this is worth keeping and worth reading. Let me know. I would love to know. More thrillers that I have and I need to get rid of. We have The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Dahlia Harris. I have the hardcover copy of this, so I don't need the paperback anymore. That's why I'm getting rid of it. Also, I also have Hollow Kingdom. This is a novel about the zombie apocalypse, but it's told from the point of view of like a pigeon. I don't like zombies like at all, and so I really don't know why I bought this. I don't like zombies. They scare the ever-living fuck out of me. Why would I buy a zombie book? Make it make fucking sense. Speaking of Lisa Jewell, we have Then She Was Gone. Again, let me know if this is worth keeping, because I know that this is like one of her most like popular ones, but I just don't see myself reading it. I just don't see it. It's just not in the cards. I also have Final Girls by Riley Sager. I don't like this edition of it. Maybe if I had like a hardcover, I would keep it, but I don't like the paperback. And I feel very meh about Riley Sager. This was like an impulse buy. I just bought this because it was like at the grocery store and I was like, that's cute, let me just buy it. But I have no idea what it's about, and I've never even thought about reading it. And that is The Downstairs Neighbor by Helen Cooper. Don't know what this is about. I don't see myself, again, ever reading it. Like, why would I buy this? Why? I think it was really just to fill in a void, just to have like a little hit of dopamine, like a little slip of serotonin. And it needs to stop. Like, I need to stop. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so there are a ton of books from a specific publisher. That publisher has recently been like just completely under fire, rightfully so, for racist bullshit. They were under fire earlier, like last year, because of like a trigger warning thing, because their owner said some like really fucked up shit about trigger warnings and like related it to like Nazis. I don't even know, but the publisher is trash, and I really quite honestly have no interest in most of these books. Also, a lot of them, their covers were designed by Keelan Patrick Burke, and again, I'm not looking to support that man financially, mentally, emotionally, at all. So we're just gonna get rid of all of it and wipe it fucking clean, because their books both don't interest me and I don't want to support their shit, even though they are now defunct. They like completely shut their doors, which like probably for the best. That is Silver Shamrock Publishing. I have so many of their books because they sent me like a bunch of their stuff. Like I have, oh my god, they're so heavy. I have so many of their, oh my god, of their books. I really don't have interest in these. They're mainly a horror publisher, or they were. They sent me so many of the books, and each time that they would send me one, I would be like, Jesus Christ, please stop. I literally should have just emailed them and been like, hey, don't send me stuff anymore. I'm never gonna read any of these. And if you take away like how problematic the company is, like I'm still never gonna read them. Like it's just not my thing, you know? Oh, I missed one. Not interested. Like, no thank you. Oh, there's more. There are literally so fucking many of these books. Like, also all of these are from Silver Shamrock, and all of these covers have been designed by Keelan Patrick Burke. That's all of the books from Silver Shamrock. So let's move on. I'm also gonna get rid of The Hiding Place by CJ Tudor. Again, this is the theme. I have no idea what any of these are about, and I haven't read it. I don't know what it's about, but I just cannot see myself picking it up and reading it. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Like, if it doesn't spark joy, why would I keep it? Same thing with Elmet. I heard really good things about this, but I never read it. I'm just gonna get rid of it because again, I just don't see myself reading it. A book I did read, and a book I feel really bad for shitting on, is Old Farmer's Road. This just needed to be better. This just needed to be revised heavily. And so I hope the author does that. Like a year ago, I saw Rachel from Shades of Orange talking about this book, and she said like, yeah, it was fine. I didn't really like it that much. And I still fucking bought it, which like just goes to show you how delusional I am. Like, people will say like, that's not good, and I'll still be like, let me just spend money on it. Like, and that is The Last Days of Jack Sparks. I never read this. Haven't heard the best things about it, so I'm not going to. I'm gonna get rid of it instead. Also, I Let You Go by Claire McIntosh. This thriller came out a few years ago, and I think it had some buzz, but since then nobody ever talks about it anymore. I don't see myself, again, reading it. Bye. Also, this Monster Porn by KJ Noor. I don't know what this is about. This was sent to me from Bloodbound Books, and like I love them, but like I don't know what it's about. I'm not gonna keep it. I have no interest. And again, similar to that, the author sent this to me and I don't see myself ever reading it, and that is Alyssa's Body by Jason Robert Ducharme. Again, I'm so thankful for the author for thinking of me, but I don't see myself reading it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. A book I fucking hated, dude. I tried to get through it. I got halfway through and I just could not. I couldn't, so I gave up, and that is The Hole by Hee Young Pyun. This is a translated Korean novel about a man and his mother-in-law. Ugh, it was bad. It was bad. It was boring, to be honest. The author sent this to me and I'm very thankful, but I truly do not see myself reading it because the writing style doesn't suit me that much, and that is When the Sky Goes Dark by Oliver C. Sencia. This was actually the first arc that was ever sent to me, or like the first book that was sent to me. So it's special in that way. I read the first couple of pages and the writing style I just couldn't get into it. So I'm gonna give this up. It's going. Thank you. Also, I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara. If I do keep this book, or if I do have this book, I would prefer to have it in a hardcover. So I'm gonna get rid of my paperback copy and get a hardcover at some point. So I do have an interest in reading it, just not in that format. Now, a book that I read and fucking loved as a teenager. By the way, I apologize if the heater just came on. I loved this book so fucking much. And that was The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. This is what I was reading in like my early 20s. Loved this. But I hated the rest of the series. I hated the way it ended. Why would I keep just one book from the trilogy? It makes no sense. So I'm getting rid of it. I bought this from a thrift store. Why would I buy that? I've also had these for forever. It's a box set of the Serafina series, books 1 to 3. And while I love the covers, I'm never gonna finish reading it. I'm never gonna read it. I read the first book and I was underwhelmed, to be honest. I never picked up the rest of the series, and it's been, I think, 2 years since I read the first book, so we're not keeping her. We're getting rid. Speaking of middle grade that I bought and then never fucking read, Wildwood by Colin Melody and Carson Ellis. I love this cover. It's stunning. The artwork is gorgeous, but I don't see myself ever reading this. I'm also confused as to like which book in the series this one is. I really don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of it. I bought this on a whim to support the author, but I don't see myself ever reading it or anything like that, so I'm gonna get rid of it and let somebody else enjoy it. That is The Sisterhood by Allison Clark. I don't like the cover very much. It kind of gives me like Uncanny Valley vibes, and I don't like that, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I think one of my subscribers sent this to me. Never read it. I don't think I ever will, and I apologize for that, but that is Split Tooth. It seems like a gorgeous book. Where I am right now in terms of like my reading style and like my reading tastes, I don't think this fits, so I'm gonna get rid of it. And then a book that I actually hated this year is For Your Own Good by Samantha Downing. What a waste of fucking money. I'm so angry that I spent like full fucking price on this. Like an absolute fucking fool. Like a fucking idiot. Ugh. Hated this. Hated this. I will link up above and down below like the video where I talk about it more in case you're curious. Speaking of underwhelming, we also have Ruth Ware's In a Dark, Dark Wood. This is fucking Monday fucking morning, dude. Like, who cares? Like, this is so, ugh, you know? It's like boring. Another book that I bought on impulse. I really truly don't know why I bought it, and I don't know what it's about, and I don't, like, nothing about it like harkens to me, do you know what I mean? And that is Little Bones by David Batali. I love the cover, but the back synopsis is so confusing. I've never even thought about reading it. Somebody else could find so much more enjoyment in this than I. So I'm gonna donate it. I'm going to be getting rid of The Testaments by Margaret Atwood. This bitch apparently is as transphobic as J.K. Rowling, and no, like, no fucking thanks, you old white bitch, no. I also have The Majesties by Tiffany So. I tried reading this and could not. It's so boring. It drags so much. The cover is stunning, but that's where the good ends. It's bad. I did not like it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. We have The Bright Lands by John Fram. I liked this. It was fine, but I don't think I liked it enough to keep it in my collection. So I'm gonna give it a new home. I'm gonna donate it, sell it, whatever, so that somebody else can love it, because I know that a lot of people really fuck with this, and I do too. I just don't fuck with it enough to keep it. I have Grey Sister by Mark Lawrence. This is the second book in a series. I read the first book. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna be a fantasy girl, and then I never read the second book, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Also, if you're wondering, like, where's the first book? I don't know. It's not fucking here anymore. I don't know. I literally don't know where it is. I also have Lola on Fire. This is an arc that I think William Morrow sent me. Never read it. It sounded really good though, actually. Maybe I might keep it. Let me know, has anybody read this and what did you think of it? I'm also going to get rid of The Chestnut Man by Soren. Oh my god, I can't say that. but I've had this for I think maybe like a year, maybe like half a year. Never thought about reading it. I'm not into it. Not into it, not gonna read it. Let me know if I should keep this or not. I also have this book, which I think is horrible, and that's Stolen Tongues by Felix Blackwell. No. Just no. No thanks. This is so sad to me because I really wanted to love this and I just could not get into it. And that is The October Boys by Adam Millard. This is like a Halloween type of horror novel and I really wanted to fuck with it and I could not get into it. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Hopefully somebody else will love it more than me. Also, sadly, I'm gonna get rid of Crota. I read this and I really liked it, but I don't like it enough to keep it in my collection. So I'm gonna get rid of it and have it find a new home where somebody will actually really fuck with it. I'm also gonna get rid of You Are Not Alone. This is like a thriller. I don't know what it's about. Don't know why I even bought it. Like, why? Like, why? I bought this book years ago and I know for certain that I only bought it because of the cover and because of the title. And that is The Girl Who Could Move Shit With Her Mind by Jackson Ford. I love this cover. I love this title. Just everything about it is great. But it's like a sci-fi novel. I've had it for like 2 to 3 years. I'm literally never gonna fucking read this. I'm never going to read it. Let somebody else read it. Similar to that is The Cuckoo Song by Frances Harding. I'm never gonna read this. Like, I don't know what it's about. I've never felt compelled to just like get rid of it. I'm just getting rid of it. Just go. I did read Naomi's Room by Jonathan Acklife. Thought it was okay, but not enough to like keep it around. You know what I mean? Friend gave me this. I have no intention of reading it. I didn't read it when it was popular. I'm not gonna read it now, so not this. Anne of Green Gables, because I wanted to read the whole thing because I was into Anne of Green Gables at that time, like the TV show. That passed and I no longer want to read it, so I'm getting rid of it. We have 3 books left. Holy shit. First one is The Lost Girl by R.L. Stine. I bought this because I was like, ooh, R.L. Stine, but I don't care. I don't want to read it. I don't want it. I also have Creature by John Saul. I bought this because the cover seemed crazy to me. Other than that, I have no interest. Like zero. None. No interest. And finally, Small World by Tabitha King. I talked about this, I think, with like Juan, or like Juan read it, like back when we were friends. And I was like, ooh, that sounds good. I think soon after he reviewed it and he said he didn't like it. I had bought it, so it was like too late. I'm gonna get rid of it. Based on the reviews I've seen, it's not that good. Ta-da! Wow, so many books. So excited to get rid of all of these books and so that they can stop literally haunting me. They're all just like stacked above my shelves, and so I see them all the time and I can't wait for the day when they're just gone. I don't have to fucking worry about them anymore. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below if you've read any of these books, if I should keep any of them. I would love to know. Also, don't forget to hit subscribe because we talk about spooky shit, we talk about creepy shit, we talk about unhauling shit, and like setting hard boundaries and shit. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!